I think the biggest thing that we all have kind of just noticed, everybody's kind of talking about it in the same fashion, right? That food isn't made a huge focus when we're younger. It's not this future endeavor that it's always going to be a part of your life. So you might as well make friends with it. Because what ends up happening is a lot of people think it's the enemy. And so it kind of holds you back in certain aspects of life of making memories, pursuing your goals, pursuing physical goals, which go along with mental goals. And as you go on in life, when you're older, you're having to deal with all of the consequences because you thought that food was the enemy the entire time. For me, my problem is the opposite right now. I actually have a goal to eat a massive amount of food, but I'm never focused on food. I feel like it takes up time. It doesn't really show or give a lot of emotion to me or happiness. It's just something that consumes my time. So that's how food, me growing up, feels like it was kind of the enemy. I ate it because it was always in abundance. It was never something that I avoided, but it always took up part of my time. My aspect of changing my food thoughts and how it can help my life is saying, no, instead of viewing it as this thing that takes up my time, it's getting me that much closer to my goals. I can't have happiness and pleasure surrounding food and memories because that's going to make me more apt to taking in food, to fueling my body, to being able to establish those memories instead of thinking about, okay, well, this is taking up 30 minutes of my time, so what am I doing? I might as well just skip out on it. And instead I can just think of it as a positive thing that's just helping me pursue my goals, that's getting me there, which is exciting because that's an active goal, an active action that you're doing that can make you prouder of yourself at the end of the day. I hope to see that food is something that can be equally flexible as anything else. In the beginning, when you're just in an entry-level position, nobody expects you to know everything right off the bat. Nobody expects you to hit everything perfect like you're some kind of unicorn. I mean, I'm sure as hell not a unicorn by any chance. I have my downfalls with food, and I've struggled with food, and I've had to acquire skills and actions that I can apply to hit my goals, meaning I needed to be flexible in that matter of knowing that I had to learn things along the way. The more you learn, the more excited you get, and the less pressure there is of reaching this unattainable threshold that somehow every perfectionist thinks they're going to hit. That's how I hope people can view it, is you can live life, make those memories, but you have to learn in that process. If you're not willing to learn, then you're not going to get anywhere with it, and you're going to stay in the same place. It's the only fuel source that it's able to utilize on top of hydration that is actively helping your body do things throughout the day. I think a way, because there's multiple ways that you can alleviate stress or pressure when you're going into a diet, you have to find what works for you. So just because you think this word diet is being implied on you at that moment, it can be multiple things. It could be a caloric deficit. It could be something to where you're just doing a diet where you're not necessarily changing the amount of food that you're taking in. You're still taking in a healthy amount of food, but you're seeing where there's little spots and gaps where you can make better choices. That could be a diet. I find little spots where I need to get in more food is my thing. The word diet or going into a phase like that is going to be a way that you can improve. It's not always something that is going to be this restricting thing in your life. So you can attack it at different ways in a positive way. If there's anything that I hope someone can take away from this, is that food is not the enemy. It's never going to be the enemy for you.